What is going on, gamers? I am Flashbang. Thank you so much for joining us for another 2023 Goonman Championship game. This one, the Lowers Finals match between the Bourbon Bros and the Greeks. Joining me to bring you this match, I am joined by King and Demo. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, just like the player in the server.
Happy to be here. Cannot wait to get this match started.
Hell yeah, I am excited as well, gamers. Joining us tonight as well, we also have Spiros and Humbo, the respective captains. Spiros, the captain of the Greeks. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm ready to kill. I'm ready to do a frag. I'm ready to do a violence on my enemy.
He is ready for the violence, ladies and gentlemen. And the violence he's bringing is going to be up against Humbo, captain of the Bourbon Bros Co. Humbo, how are you doing, mi amigo?
Flash, I'm doing fantastic. We're about to, I think we're about to show y'all how some Counter-Strike is played.
Hell yeah. Well, I've got the bracket pulled up here. And looking at this bracket, Humbo, the Bourbon Bros are going to get the first ban when it comes to our map pick. And then it's going to bounce back over to the Greeks for the map pick, or the map ban and map pick 1, before bouncing back over to Humbo at the Bourbon Bros for their map pick. Then it's going to go to the wheel for map 3. That being said, Humbo, what would you like your ban to be?
We are going to ban Inferno.
Taking Inferno out of the picture. That is then going to pass it over to Spiros and the Greeks for their ban and their pick.
We are going to ban DE_nuke.
We are banning DE_nuke. What is going to be your pick?
We're getting Egyptian with it. We're gonna take Anubis.
All right, they're bringing us to Anubis for map 1. Humbo, where would you like to go for map 2?
You know, I don't think we see enough sand in this game. We're going to go to Mirage.
We're going to Mirage for map 2. That's going to leave Dust 2, Overpass, Vertigo, and Ancient for map 3. Let's see what it's going to be and what the wheel decides. Ooh, we are going to be on Vertigo for map 3.
Alrighty.
So Anubis, Mirage, Vertigo. We will see you guys in the server. King, Demo.
Good luck, Humbo.
Hello.
You too.
Feel free to take us away.
All right. So, King, how are you feeling about this map pick and draft? And it almost feels like they could have gotten a double map pick out of that. But Anubis is a very interesting map because this, if I recall correctly, is the map that went to double overtime in the initial matchup between these two teams. So it's not really as if they have an exact edge. It's more that I feel like they picked it because they really see the game in each other. Game respects game. So they want to play on the map that they, if I want to say the Greeks narrowly won. That was the no, actually, this was Humbo's team's map. It was a 19-15 victory. I'm pretty sure it's the double overtime, but it could go either way.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I do think that a lot of Anubis matches have been really close. The point you brought up about Vertigo is really interesting, right? Because it was a gamble. I wonder if that's going to kind of transition into how they play the maps and how they do strategies. Are they going to take risks? I think if you're seeing it in the map pick selection, it's probably going to play out also on the map. But I also think they both just feel competitive on this map and practiced and ready to go. So, you know, it's almost like a neutral ground, if you will. Like they both feel like there's no home crowd advantage.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Oh, Vertigo.
Whoa. So we're just waiting, it looks like, for Humbo to kind of get settled into the server, maybe. But we should be starting any second here. Oh, that's Dave. Oh, did you want to introduce the players too? So, if I can start with the Bourbon Bros. So for tonight, we have the dynamic duo, the Bourbon Brothers themselves, Jesus and Humbo. But in lieu of their friend Void, who, much like his namesake, isn't here, they have a third brother, Mr. Dave, coming in as a substitute player. And then they also have Fantastic, who I alluded to earlier. Fantastic player. I like his Clover avatar. Kind of reminds me of Seal Hammers a little bit. Both green. And then we also have Cancer Stick, a player that a couple years ago I used to play Valorant with, but haven't played too much of it with him as of recently. But also haven't been playing that game too much. Counter-Strike 2. You gotta celebrate it. You gotta play it until nobody's playing it anymore.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, a good mix of, I think, kind of old heads and new heads on this team, right? I mean, people that are actively playing in Goonmans all the time, right? You see them regularly in matches, and other people that have just been around for a long time, right? And we've talked about that throughout the tournament. It is interesting to bring up, that now that there's a void, if you will, on Bourbon Brocos filled by Dave. And Dave's an interesting player because he really has the ability to go off, right? He has the ability to really take over a spot, take over a segment of the map. And so that's a huge replacement. And he's been knocked out of this tournament, right? But you cannot keep a good bull cut down, right? So he's found his way back in. He won't be held back. And I wouldn't be surprised, if however it happens, if Bourbon Brocos did get knocked out, he'll find a way onto another team. He's going to find a home.
He could even
make
find
sure he can be in the spotlight.
I could see definitely our roster in the finals utilizing Dave. I think he's a valuable asset. Any team wants him.
Something to put in your back pocket. All right. Well, what about our brothers here on the Greek side?
Oh,
right.
Yeah. It looks like we might be going into the knife round here soon. So if you want to speed run it.
Yeah, no. So I think a lot of these names on this list really don't need an introduction. You've got Zen, who is, he's a pro, right? He's a pro. He's a Doom player. He's nationally renowned. You got Spiros. He does whatever he wants on any map. Garfu, former semi-pro player as well. Always feared. You got Steelhammer, who can at any point in time just kind of turn you on your head. You don't really know what to expect from him. And then you got Bye Bye Man. He's a celebrity. He's got more fans in the chat than anybody. So it's really a huge team here. And I think the news will be coming out of this for weeks. You'll see them on Twitter. You'll see them on Twitch. There's going to be a lot of conversations going from here on out.
Yeah. I could definitely see with how much the crowd loves them. The Greeks could be considered the Detroit Lions of this matchup. Who wants to root against Bye Bye Man? Who wants to root against the Lions?
One thing that I think about is we're kind of getting into this knife section here. Who's under the most pressure right now? I think both teams feel good, right? But if I had to take a pick, I'd say it might be Bourbon Bros. There's a lot of that, the general kind of philosophy on the Greek team. They kind of, they have an attitude like, oh, we don't care. We just want a game. We'll game anywhere, anybody, anytime. And it's not that the Bourbon Bros don't have that, but they've been kind of waiting, right? They haven't had to play matches much. Yeah. So I think it's on Bourbon Bros to come out here and prove that they want it, address pressure, and kind of just get off to a really good start here. And same for the Greeks.
Yeah. That's a very astute take from you, King, and it looks like we've settled the score in the chat. They're going to do the knife round with armor. Even though we haven't previously been doing that in this tournament, it seems as though the new plugin has made it impossible to do a knife round without the armor. But you know what? It's all equal. I don't think it will ultimately affect the outcome of the match. And they're here we go. T-spawn is where they have decided to duel. Oh my god!
And
Oh!
they fan out. Wow, counter-terrorism
That
wins in
was,
2024.
Wow. That happened so fast. Honestly, I saw a team assist come out, and I thought it was just straight up 5 men dying and nobody getting traded out. But no, there was one, at least.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the fastest knife round we've seen. I think it was the fastest one we've seen. There were 3 deaths in the same second. And so there was not a lot of cat and mouse going on. They really just fanned right into the melee of it.
It looks as though we are having more technical issues due to the new plugin. We now have a 6v4, previously a 7-on-3. I don't think that would have been too fair, and I think it's even less fair right now, but it looks like everything is getting sorted out.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. You know, I've been playing Counter-Strike for so long. I've been to so many tournaments, and even as like these games get more and more mature, these things still happen, right? In the old days, it used to always happen, right? And so you're figuring it out every single match. And so I think the fact that we're able to have kind of this level of a match in such a new game kind of speaks volumes to work the production crew via Flashbang and all are putting into this.
Yeah. Definitely we've had our share of technical issues going to lands together, but this one just like really got ironed out instantly. So here we go. We start with the pistol round.
All right. So we have a hard push on to B. I'm frozen. I am frozen.
Oh no. Well, I've got Zen here with the dualies. He's watching the contact on this push from B main. They're throwing in their smokes. Waiting a little bit on this execute though. Waiting for the second smoke, and Zen sees this guy's pistol. He's shooting the tip of his fingers. Oh my god, and Humbo wins the exchange. He gets a second frag on Garfu. Okay, well, that was a little warm-up. You can't be live. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Oh, the infinite grenades thing is happening again. That was happening in the Goonman earlier. I thought we had this fixed. Yeah, when you have infinite grenades, it definitely seems like you want to have as many of them as possible, preferably an HE nade, so you can just keep spamming it in a choke point. But that's not how this game is played. But we will wait for King to come back and for the game to restart. It does not appear as though he has rejoined the Discord or the Goonman server. Oh, there he is. Well, fortunately for you, King, you crashed just as we realized that we would have to not live the server because everybody had infinite grenades. So, I will continue casting around until you're ready. Looks like we're going for a mid-push on this proper round. And Zen in Dark Room getting the first contact, but getting overrun by Fantastic. And then Garfu backside getting grenaded. Cancer watching behind. He's Steelhammer. Sealhammer still gets the 2K with the dualies, but it may be all for naught. 2v1 here for the T's. Jesus and Dave versus Spiros, and Spiros getting killed by Dave. It's exactly.
I am here, and so I think you see right what I was talking about early game, right? Or pregame, right? Dave just jumps right in, closes out the round, doesn't leave it to chance. Clean close out of the round. Now 1-0. Pistol rounds are huge, right? Pistol rounds are huge. It sets up your whole economy for the game.
Getting a B main rush here from the CTs. They already have sussed this out, though, from the T's. Humbo and Dave were definitely close enough. And oh no, though, Dave getting intercepted. Humbo does not stay close enough to him so that he can just trade that frag out. He regroups with his team, but now they have an AK on the CT side.
Takes him out. Nice trade by Warlord. Another trade here. Terrorists holding their own. Nico kills though. Five-man work.
Yeah, he's taking a fight with Humbo in mid-sight, but his team melts around him, and they can't make that retake work. But they still get 2 frags out of it. That's not a bad eco whatsoever.
Nope. Bomb down. 2 dead. They can easily afford guns here. But also, yeah, like you said, on the CT side, they did get some ecos there. They are going to go into a buy round here. You got an XM out there. You've got an MP7, 3 M4s.
Yeah. I like Zen's odds with this MP7, though. I feel like if there's one player in the server who can make magic happen with strange guns, it's him. MP7. I think we can see some Mag 7 plays from him eventually. Maybe even some Negevs? Possibly?
An interesting side. I don't think we've seen that in play yet. I don't think we've seen that in any matches.
No, I don't think anybody's shown any pocket strats yet with the Negev, but there could be teams with it up in the trick book. You never know.
So, of course, one of the things on this map that's so true, right, is the early round utility that kind of separates that firewall between CTs and Ts at mid. They're kind of waiting that out, trying to get a pick, but pretty good map spread here by the terrorists and the counter-terrorists, just kind of waiting for the round to continue before they really get into their first engagement. Bye-bye, man, it's lit.
Yeah, it's interesting that he decided to be the one that really took that first peek with the shotgun, almost anticipating that they would just be so close that they couldn't even anticipate that he had a shotgun. But look, there then with the MP7. But, oh no, Bye-Bye Man getting wrapped around in mid. He went through the door at the wrong time, and the team melts around him again. He's now in a 2v4 for the CTs, but Gary Garfu coming in here with a frag. He sees behind him, he sees the mid-sight guy. Zen getting the frag. They know where everybody is, it just can't get the shots, and they cannot.
They did a great job coming back from adversity there, but you see, you know, Bourbon Bro Crows is just prepared for it, right? Even with, you know, something going down, a player going down on side, they easily rotate to cover the hole. They have multiple people covering the same thing. Good trades. And if you get down 3-2 and terrorist team's doing a good job trading, it's very difficult to take that back of sight, right? Especially if bomb's already down.
Yeah. The Bourbon Bros definitely getting some momentum here, but in their first matchup, they did go 5-0 to start Ancient, but eventually did lose that map in overtime. So there's no guarantee here that they even convert this round. The Greeks, you know, they can be tricky on these ecos. They've got this stack towards A. One guy sussing out B main as well, pushing through. Could he get the 1v1? Could he catch this guy off guard? Gary and Fantastic.
Yeah, that's the key thing you have to do on those eco rounds, right? You have to play an off angle. You have to catch somebody with better equipment off guard. And here it's about to come out.
Yeah, he knows that he has nades out. Oh, but he doesn't want to push. He's a little scared, it looks like. And now everybody's grouping up towards A. They won't be able to just pick that guy off 1v1 anymore. It's going to be like a full take at A.
Flash Somali's now going down onto A as they come in. Nate goes down on Fetal. Fetal takes out a nice headshot on Spiros there. Nice entry. Kill there by Bye-Bye. Fetal trading them back out. Cal and T's have A now. 1v3, Garfu all alone.
If he could have just gotten on this flank a little bit faster, maybe, and been shooting them in the behind while Fantastic was taking so much damage, then it could have really been deadly. But otherwise, oh no, though. He gets the pick above the smoke, and they're both lit. This is actually doable at this point now for Gary.
That's a huge kill, and you got what? Fan is lit, right? I mean, it's actually kind of in there, but Garfu has to wait it out because he just can't run in there against Arceus.
Oh, he gets the parag! He's not going to win at the round at this point, but it looks like he could get all the players on the T side. And he does!
Wow, that is amazing. That is, I mean, terrorists have a better eco, right? I think we all know that at this point, but that stuff adds up, right? You lose your whole team there to a guy with a pistol. I mean, that's going to pay dividends later on in the round, and somebody may not get the right gun. I mean, that's a huge play by Garfu. I mean, it's why he's Garfu.
Yeah. And I can just see Zen being so fired up at this point. He's saying right now, these guys are dog shit. How are we losing to them? You just won the 1v3. We should not be getting into these positions. And I can see some real fire being lit into the CTs in this round from the Mr. Lizard himself.
That is if he's not talking about how much he hates Counter-Strike, right?
That's true.
That could be the commentary as well.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it interesting to see Bourbon Co's with a double op here? That is expensive, right? I mean, that costs a lot of money, hard to maintain. If you lose both these ops in this round, it hurts, right? It hurts not just this round, but the next round, the round after that.
Yeah. That is an interesting buy. I don't see it too often, really, on any map that you want to double op with them. I guess they're just both feeling it.
Well, they're rich.
Yeah, they're rich enough, but they lose the initial pick. Dave getting picked by Bye Man. Really, nothing is coming out of it after that, though. Nobody's trading it out. Everybody's just shift walking.
Yeah. Well, the counter is not overly aggressive here, right? They're not putting themselves out on an island where they can get swarmed on by the terrorists, so not giving them any openings as Humbo takes down Garfu now.
Yeah, they're getting B site. Wow.
Oh, they're blocked off by utility. Bombs now down again. Terras have the site without losing too many people. Jesus takes out Spiros now. 2v4 again. Oh, Steel Hammer on Humbo. So really hard here to take them out. Fantastic now gets that kill. Man, this is going to be so hard for Steel Hammer. He almost has to save here. So he's running away. He has to hold on to this gun. Again, you know, those entry kills by Terrace are so strong, and you really need to trade those out from CT, or you end up just having to retake the site. 2v4 it's always going to be really an uphill battle.
Looking like Steelhammer is going to get out scot-free with this AK, but you really feel bad saving at this point. You want to be winning these rounds. This half is almost halfway done. This is the 6th round. And
do you think they're saying to their teammate, "Look who's last alive"? You know, you think that's flying around through chat right now?
I don't think that's flying around through chat.
Oh.
I think for what I said last round, I don't think Zen's really that mad.
Yeah, no, Zen's pretty unflappable. All right, so we're very heavy towards B this round, right? I mean, we got 4 out along B.
Jesus getting the pick through the smoke with the op. How did that even happen? Was that just like wanton aggression from the CTs? Were they just pushing one of the smokes?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this map is pretty spammable. You kind of know where they're going to be. A lot of footsteps. Oh, here they go. They're getting ready to take B now. They throw a smoke down. Oh. Molly's going down. Flash is going down. Right? The smoke is now open. Zen's going to go ahead and peek across. How does he not take any damage there? He is a lizard, right?
It's the magic of the MP7. He's so elusive and he's so mobile with it. But it seems like for all the damage that they were able to do to these terrorists, they still aren't finishing them off. And that's really what they need to be doing.
And
it looks like it's going to be a save here again from Steelhammer. Not that I blame him. I don't think there's much you can do. It's just, again, it feels so bad. You are just, stuck on the other site. Your team is, not putting up enough of a defense that you can even support them. You can't get there in time for him.
Yeah, and it's not really, all Greeks, right? I mean, I think you have the Bourbon Brocos that are showing their comfort on this map. They're not giving any room for error to them, right? So it's really, the rounds are coming down to those opening kills. Whoever gets the opening kill takes a huge advantage, and then it transitions to the site. They get bombed down. They have numbers, and that's what's happened 6 rounds now. 6 rounds. So I wonder if they're talking right now, like, what do we got to change? What do we got to do to kind of, let's get one round on the board? And I think it's going to be this round. I bet you it's this round they get their first win.
I'm actually a little surprised that we're not seeing a timeout from the teams, but it's possible that they're a little bit scared that maybe the timeout could end up screwing something up.
No.
It needs mid-tap.
I don't think it's the team that gets scared. Oh, Spiros gets taken down by Humbo. Oh my goodness. They are just getting those picks, right? They're not missing shots. Not
only are they getting these picks, but they're happening so fast. It looks like Sealhammer, though, does pick up the kill on Humbo, but Fantastic getting the pick from mid into the dark room with the op. It's just, it really feels like everything's coming up Millhouse for them.
Coming up Millhouse, indeed. Fantastic's gotten a bunch of really big kills here, right? And that's been something he's done throughout this tournament. He's been, a role player, he's really contributed to some of these entries here. And now CT's again 3v4. So they're spread out across the maps. They got 2 towards A, 1 towards B. Zen's all alone. He's on fire. He's burning, right? His scales weren't prepared to protect him from that in this environment.
No, they were not. They're letting the bomb plant go down, but they are posturing for the retake. Bye Band looking behind to see if anybody's flanking, but no, everybody is still on the site. Will he come? Where is he going? He's going into mid. Will he get... no, he doesn't drop. He doesn't get caught out by Cancer. He's watching the angle. He's going all the way around, but he gets caught by Fantastic, watching it with the op, and he turns around and gets Zen. This is just... Fantastic really is just a player to watch out in future tournaments for. I don't think Humbo is going to be allowed to play with this guy again. I think he's going to be going the first or second round.
Yeah, that's a good point. I do wonder, now that we've seen kind of how this works in a tournament setting and how these teams gel together, if we did do another one of these, I wonder how it would kind of adapt, where people get drafted, what team has the best chemistry, who you pick, is the apple cart upset? But oh man, 7-0. 7-0, you hate to be in this position. It feels terrible. I've been in this position in this tournament. It's not a good feeling. But look at the squad that you have on the Greeks. I haven't lost any faith in this group. I haven't lost any faith. They just haven't gotten off to a good start. Still a lot of rounds left, though.
And like I said, they've shown resilience before. They've had 0 on the scoreboard from a little bit better of a vantage point, but I could still see them converting this or a future round and just getting all the momentum back on their side. It really just takes one for that confidence to really bolster your performance.
Bye Man is in a vice here. Jesus pushing in with the op. He's got dualies, playing a close angle. Can he hold this? Can he get an entry? That's what the CTs have to start doing. They have to start getting entries. They need to get the first kill, break away, and fall back. They can definitely do it, but now the T's swarming on to B here.
And Jesus gets the close range shot as the first, as his team piles into the A site. This is just a quick decimation of the CT side. Sealhammer again in this position that he just doesn't want to be in, where he has to save. But
yeah,
honestly, with an XM, with getting a single frag with it, I almost feel like it would be better to get the frag, because he's at 2,900. Oh, he hears Jesus, though. He could still get this guy if he wants to hunt him.
Yeah, I mean,
he's in here.
he's just holding on for dear life, right? I mean, he wants to hold this gun. He wants to keep his armor. Now we do have some contact coming in. Jesus rounding the corner. They're sniffing him out. He's trying to sneak away into the night. He might make it, but here comes Jesus peeking onto him.
Oh, and he gets the kill. He gets the second one. That just straight up paid for the gun. He really made a miracle of that position. He got way more out of it than he ever should have.
Yeah, and it's 8-0 now, but those 2 kills are big, right? I mean, what you need is just a little bit of momentum that can start pulling you back in, and he just XM'd the living shit out of them. So I wonder if that's gonna, maybe this could be the round.
Yeah, I think it's very important in these rounds that Bourbon Bros Co. Are always showing that they are fallible. They aren't just coming into these rounds and really just putting on a master class. There's room for this counter-terrorist to start winning. It's just they keep just not capitalizing on certain mistakes the enemy team is making, and they just always capitalize on their mistakes.
Yeah, it's okay. It's map 1, so they still have time to bring it back. Be killed by there by Voidloid there. Cancer trades him out, or takes out Bye Man. Sorry.
Yeah. It's a 4v4, but what's promising to me... Oh, look! He gets another frag. Steelhammer coming up huge in this round for them. Gary getting a frag in mid with the AWP. Look! There's the life that we were just talking about coming into the counter-terrorists. We breathed it back into him, and I'm really... I'm thinking that this is the start of some great momentum on their squad. Getting another frag. Is Steelhammer going to get the 4K? Not quite, but it does get him down to 18 HP. There will be a plant from Cancer? Perhaps? He could have. Oh, but he does get off and gets naded.
Huge round by Garfu, right? And that's what you need. You need your stars to show up. And Garfu says, hey, what's up? I'm here, right? 1-8 now. Got to string some rounds together here, right? And then you go into the second half, and then suddenly they're on T side. CT side can be really, really lonesome on Anubis. I've found to be, when I've played this. But T side, you have a lot to work with, right? I mean, I think this could be the beginning of a balancing on this map.
It's one of those things with Counter-Strike. Oh, wow, Zero's getting the first blood. He does get traded out instantly, and that is going to be almost a free A site. It looks like Bye Man's getting here just in time with the XM that he can actually go the angle, but he lets Fantastic get too far deep. They can't fight it anymore.
He didn't see him in the molly. He couldn't see him cross. It's so hard to see across that molly now.
Oh, but that's a perfect nade and spray from Steelhammer, and now Dave in the 1v3. I've seen him win him, but...
They are starting to show some signs of life, right? Dave going down now 3, so that's 2 rounds now. You really do not want to give this team any momentum, right? You want to shut them down dead. And now 2 rounds. 2 rounds can become 3, 3 rounds can become 4, and then you're going into the second half and you're like, oh no, this team is awoken, right? And you better watch out.
Yeah. I feel like Bourbon Bros really do want to hold them to 2 here, because it really, 1 more inch and we could have a 3-9 curse on our hands. But even 4-8 would be a disaster, honestly, for how the beginning of this half went. You were on pace to get a 12-0, and then you've given them enough space at that point, for sure, to come back in this game.
Yeah, so we're seeing kind of the same, the strategy has been working out for Bourbon Bros. Up to this point is Bye Man, huge headshot there, taking out Fantastic. Cancer taking out Steelhammer now, so 1-for-1 trades here. This next kill is going to be huge to determine where this round goes.
Then he's getting isolated by this molly, but he does get an extra flag. That is so huge. He turns it into a 3v3 versus a 4v3. Now Spiro's taking the fight here in mid. He gets him. It's a 3v2. And this is really, it's looking so much better for the Greeks now. 2v1, Jesus, he could get killed. Bye Man hitting a nasty 1-tap from long.
You see the difference there. When you trade kills and you can get the numbers advantage, it flips right back on the Bourbon Pros, right? Everything they were doing the first part of this match, they had the man advantage. They took site, and CT's had to take out with fewer players. Now they're starting to do that to them, and I think Bourbon Bros might be getting a little taste of their own medicine on that.
Yeah. I just want, with the 3K, I do want to say, I'm sure it's already in there, but can we get some extra bye-bye mans in chat? He really deserves it. 3K for the third round.
That's 3 rounds with 3Ks? Wow.
Humbo gets exposed, they push out of the smoke in mid, but they don't capitalize on it. He gets away, but with a MAC 10, he was the most dispensable gun.
Yeah, Dave going down.
It's still.
Dave going down to half health through that mid smoke spam. Definitely bye man getting the better side of that transaction. But now back to defaults, right? So we've done this now 11 rounds in a row. It's been pretty much the same strat. There hasn't been a lot of dynamic strats here by the Bourbon Pros because frankly they just haven't needed it. But now they don't want to lose this round, right? So I think we're seeing some aggression at mid.
I'm curious about. Oh yeah, this might be mid is going to happen right now. But Dave is about to take this contact on A side too.
Oh,
but
I think
only
he's
has a bait, and now his team 3-on-1 on A side. If Seal Hammer goes down here, it's so bad for the CTs. But he keeps the site for now. He still hasn't gone down yet. 4 HP. You're buying enough time for everybody to rotate. Bye-bye man with 17 coming through the smoke, getting a 2K. Dave down to 13, and Zen with the shotgun on the other side of the smoke. He should just pump him, and he does.
not going down there is so huge. I don't know how he lived as long as he lived there, but he just, shoot, fall back, not dying. And his team rotates. They win the round, and now here we are at 8-4.
Yeah, the Greeks, for how it was happening, they have to be so proud of themselves coming out of that half with 4, and now for the deficit they have, it really does feel like this game was more like a 6-6, and I feel like with the momentum that they have, maybe even like they have the number advantage in their mind.
But look at this, right? CT's heavy over towards B, but Bomb is at A. They're pushing on A now. There's no one home.
Wow, they sold that so hard. Spiro's just jumping down into mid, having 3 of the CTs on top of him. But they're coming from wall. Bombo just coming in, running full sprint with these dualies, getting 2 headshots. It's the cleanest retake I've ever seen.
Yeah, that looked like Iraq on the first day. I mean, they just plowed right into sight, took over, right? And put their feet up on the couch. So the good news is, T's got a plant there. So not really a huge problem because they're still going to be able to buy and arguably could say that they have a better buy here just because they buy from the terrorist action.
And it feels like the CTs know this, that they're buying into this round because they're not going for many SMGs. They have the 1 on Fantastic, but 3 FAMASs otherwise. So they're ready to fight for this round, tooth and nail.
Look at the utility difference though, right? You got 2 smokes on terrorists, that is it. DTs, they've got nukes, they've got ICBMs, they've got every single thing the government can provide to their agents. They've got all they need, so it might come down to utility here. Humbo's lit now. Humbo went down. He's got 11 health. He's 1 hit. He's gonna have to be careful.
Yeah. Especially with the scout though. You do have the Bogdan's Law going for you. If he just hits the head, it's all fine. It's like he has 100. And now Gary gets dinged, so they have equal HP across the board, basically. Zen has a little damage, Fan has a little damage. Yeah.
You got
might
55,
be slightly.
Yeah, 55 seconds in this round now, and really a lot of map control has been taken, right? We're still kind of where we were at the beginning of the round. 2 on A. 1 leaning now towards, 2 on B, 1 leaning now towards B.
And they've let Spiro sneak up here. He's about to just walk out. He hears Fantastic floating behind that pillar. He sees the nade come out. His teammate takes him down. This is basically going to be a cleared site, and it is. It's gone. Everybody.
Oh my goodness. So now a 4v2 and
What if you... Oh. Alright, 3v1.
What? Bomb does go down here now. I think seeing exactly how hard it was on the other side of things, right? I mean, 1v3 here. Once you don't have the man advantage and you're trying to retake side, it's almost hopeless. Trying to get a little damage here, but I think he knows his time here is going to be short-lived, and maybe he can pick up a kill or two, but ultimately not going to try and win the round here. Spiros is getting ready to flank on him.
Oh, but he got the read.
Spiros goes down. Alright, so Jesus takes out Spiros. That was a very aggressive push by Spiros, and here's what Spiros does, right? That is the mode that he has. I'm going to charge you and kill you, and luckily Jesus got the break on that one, because now they're going to need that FAMAS. They really need that FAMAS. Yeah. They are on food stamps, and, you know, they are going to not have a lot here. They got a flash. Jesus has armor. We got an R8 at Deagle.
Ooh, they have 3 flashes here from the CTs. I guess they want to just chuck them all into this B main and have Jesus take the fight. Will it be successful for them?
Holding the core now. Headshot there on Fantastic. Garfu on Cancer. Holding it like they're supposed to. Then taking out Jesus now. Hey, one shot. Before he goes down. Now Humbo taking out Garfu. Huge damage here by the CTs on an eco.
Oh, and he gets the bomb. This becomes very winnable at this point. An AK as well.
Now 34 health. He does not know where they are.
T's are taking a double approach from behind him. He is watching behind him. He gets flashed in. Spiros, will they connect a shot? Yes, they will. Humbo goes down.
And that's a great flash, right? He flashes for his teammate. They work together. They have the man advantage. They use it against him. And Humbo, you know, played it to the cards he was dealt, but you know, man advantage is so huge. Pop flash for your team, and you win the round. So 9-6 now. When can Bourbon Bros stop the bleeding?
I don't know. They're on the eco right now. They're doing another B main push. Dave hitting an insane shot on Bye Bye Man. Now that's going to be a 5v4. They're not going to be able to recover this gun. Oh! And Humbo takes the fight in mid. Spiros gets right underneath him, though. Well, Fantastic. No, he's so close. He does! He does know, and now it's a 5v2. What a miraculous turnaround from this eco.
Where are they getting these kills from? How are they doing it? They don't have the equipment for it, but they said they don't care.
Gary does show a little bit of life into the round with the op pick, but he does take half of his damage. We'll see.
Oh, look at that stack down by E-Box. I mean, they are layered in there. And bomb towards long B. You got Zen just trying to hold a spot.
Oh, but he picks the perfect time! Gets the double! He gets the AK. Gary can... I want Gary to take a fight here. Oh!
Zen would not be denied.
A 1v1. Oh! And he gets the perfect timing around the pillar. Dave looking towards the right as he swings around the left. He's not able to flick back in time.
And that's heartbreaking for Bourbon Bros. What a round they just had. I mean, they got every kill early on in the round that looked so promising. And that could have really changed the momentum, right? I mean, it did hurt the terrorist economy, but ultimately, Zen, Garfu, they brought it back for their team. Zen, huge take there from Water, right? I mean, I think that saved the round.
Really did. Man. Now 9-7. And this is the Greeks map picks. I'm glad to see Life, you know, be into their play. I was gonna be so sad if we went into map 2 and it was just a blowout, but no, this is just as juicy as Anubis 1.0. This could even be the best game of Anubis that we've seen in the entire tournament. We'll have to see, though.
Yeah, and I think it shows, right? Like, even if one team picks another map, I mean, it's not theirs. They don't own it. It's not their home court. It is wide open. And I think we've seen several upsets, right? A team picks the map, and then their opponent wins that map, and then they win their opponent's map. But you really can't get too predictable in these maps because the other team's ready. Nobody's gonna be caught off guard here.
Jesus.
Except for Garfu.
Yeah, they had like a triple flash into A that just completely caught the T's off guard. Spiros was not able to help Gary at all. But he's chasing Cancer down, but Cancer turns around and Dave falls on top of Sealhammer. Oh no, that just crumbled for them. I thought, honestly, that they were getting a timing on Cancer, that they were going to blow that open from... But no.
Yeah, and Cancer's showing, Cancer always gets you in the end, no matter what your plans are. It's not something that they could control now, and now Bourbon Crow's taking back the momentum here, right? I mean, they really picked up a lot of rounds there in a row, but now back on an eco. Heavily favored towards B.
A little surprised to see the buy that nobody even got like a SMG on the T side, but maybe they don't even need it. Getting pistol kills so far, 2 for 2.
2v3 now. Dave takes out Bye Bye Man. Dave takes out Garfield. That's a double kill. Zen takes out Jesus. Dave taking out Zen. What a huge round by Dave.
If Zen had managed to connect that shot on Dave close range, I fully believed that he was going to convert that round.
We see a really strong, heavy reliance on B here for the terrorists. I mean, they really like going B, right? I wonder if we're going to see an A take from them, or do they really feel comfortable B? I think maybe they think they have an advantage there, and if they can get the peaks in the right order, that they can maneuver that site a little bit better than counter terrorists, and that's going to give them an advantage. Booth here on smoke here. Garfield takes the shot but misses. Humble playing a tight angle there. Dave there to support him. Humbo takes out Spiros through the smoke.
Gary's boof does not come in time that he can catch anybody running away from it. Oh, interesting timing on that smoke peek, though. He could have caught Humbo. Just a game of inches there.
Yeah, and this, I think this whole map, I mean, it hasn't been just one team dominating. It's just been inches going one way, and those inches really adding up. But now you have Dave all the way into T spawn here, basically. So they know they're B now. They're gonna be able to rotate now towards B. As I mean, takes the first kill there. Cancer returns the favor.
You know Dave's behind him, but they can't pile towards him because they think there could be an extra guy. And now it's going to be them coming into the funnel at A, where 3 people are. Very clean round from the Humble Bros.
I mean, it's just kind of a masterclass, right? I mean, it's of how you hold a site. You don't just get a kill and get taken out. You peek, you take a little bit of damage, you fall back, peek from a different angle, fall back, and slowly you just whittle them down, and they kind of get caught out in the open, and then your teammate peeks them, and it's really working. They're not giving them an inch, and it's
look at this dismal buy from the terrorists coming in here. They've got 3 SMGs and 2 Galil. They do have a decent amount of smokes, though. Can they get an execute here on the A site? It looks like they're gonna go fast.
CT's in place. Humbo getting the first kill on Spiros. They are going into sight now. Jesus with the spray down. Garfu takes them out. Humbo returns the favor. Garfu a second kill there.
Bye Bye Man, so close to Dave here. Will he just jump up and get the frag? No! And Gary dies in the back. That is the game. 13-7.
Well, so that's map 1, right? I think you saw it go early and often to Bourbon Bros, and you did see a sign of life there, and it looked like maybe they're going to be able to turn the tides, but the theme from the first half kind of carried through. Bourbon Bros picked up where they left off, early on in the match, and now they have map 1. So what do we think about map 2? How's this going to kind of transition into map